Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Final Fantasy XVI. We are of course not where we're supposed to be today because we have two more quests on the map we have to do. And yes, we do have a third indicator, so I will show you what I mean. We do have a third indicator at the base, but I think that's the one that shows us where all the quests are. So we have one in Boklad and at Northreach, so let's do those today. And after that, if we have time left, we will go visit the infirmary. Or who knows, maybe another side quest that opens up after this one. But for now, let's go to Boklad and see what we can do there. Because I think we spent enough time in Tabor to, to last a lifetime. Alright, let's see if there is anything interesting here
what are you
in the
looking
shop.
For?
Yeah, usually it's another piece of orchestrion, but the prices of these things is so high. I still wonder, how do we grind for it? There has to be something we can make or something we can get that would be worth that amount of money. Because I have checked on certain materials we can sell, like things especially made for selling. Ooh, well, to be honest, 18,000 just selling all the ash we have. Damn, we have a lot. I didn't think we have so many. That's an interesting development. But yeah, the thing we should be using it for, like the goblin coin, the black blood, yeah, it's still a nice amount, but yeah, the equestrian rolls are still very expensive.
You're welcome anytime.
You do. Okay, so where do we need to be in this town? Ah, very close by.
What's happened?
Clive, you'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
Absolutely.
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
This sounds like a simple quest, but it never is there? There's gonna be bandits when we go there to ask. Alright, so where do we need to... Oh, that is very close. Really? Really? 40 yards, you couldn't even ask yourself? Oh well. We'll do it.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours.
I know, but...
No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually. And at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Did you just rope me in to be a bodyguard without asking if I wanted to or not?
It looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best.
But
Right.
yes,
To Randalar then.
she did rope us into being the bodyguard, but let's be honest, if she asked, we would have definitely said yes. So I think she already knew that. Can we teleport closer, or let's see? Nope, we just have to get out of town and get towards the gate. We've been there before, so shouldn't be too hard to get there. It's just a little bit of a walk getting outside of town where we can call our dear old Chocobo.
What I wouldn't give for a hot.
And like I said, there's always some fighting involved in any of the quests, and this one, definitely not anything different. And I don't mind. It's a good way to raise our levels, get stronger. And by the time we reach a little bit further into the game, we can then round up all the remaining hunts we haven't completed yet. And every little level we have will definitely help. Don't mind me, just picking up some goods. And talking about goods, I am extremely happy that the counter in the game is above 999, meaning that yes, we have so many that we can potentially sell. In case we want to buy all the equestrian
Straight home
rolls.
now.
Are they still coming? Really? He does a few nuts. Alright, whoa, hey, don't attack me in the back. That is not how we do things here. And let's pick this up. And then let's start this.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the Consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
Well, with the way they conduct business, I can understand her decision.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
We'll make sure. Don't worry. Yeah, she got a good heart. Because she really did want to free the bearers.
I'm coming.
Even if they are still in captivity with another owner, if they are treated right, that's at least a blessing. Because in this country, yeah, it would be a very shitty life for a bear if they're not freed. Alright, that's where they are. And this would be the closest one to get there. Can we really... Well, girl. Or anywhere in between. Let's go! Oh. Don't walk up the wall. Hello, mugger. Sorry, next time I'll entertain you for a little bit. For now, we have other business.
I can walk from here.
What's the situation?
Is it gonna be to the big open spot we discovered at the end of the river? Would have enough room to have a dragon, at least.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether. You just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Oh yeah. I can guarantee you he will be safe. Alright, Chocobo. Because technically we are outside of the village.
Ready, go?
And since there are a few small mobs here along the way, let's just use our Chocobo to get past them. Because we cannot let Theo wait on us.
Where are you, Theo?
is in a very blue area. I wonder how big that dragon is, because this area is huge, a lot of potential. I even thought there could be a hunt here.
Thanks, girl. Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. It's over.
Yeah, but they did say there was a dragon too.
Time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
It's a dragon, it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be challenging. Yeah, it's really hard to use a dragon with his head up in the air. Don't turn your head away from me. I needed to target it. Come on, down to the floor. A bit quicker, please. Good. Well, I think we are just halfway, which is very nice.
Nice try. Too slow.
Wow, his damage is really, really high, is it? I'm gonna make sure we're out of the blast range. Come on, pull him down. Yeah, I should keep in mind that ice attack does a lot of damage to the bar.
It's over.
Yes, there it goes. Ah, a decent foe. But a dragon always should be, isn't it? Because how can you call yourself a dragon if you're not a magnificent opponent?
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
No, don't tell me he's turning.
We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave.
You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore!
Yeah, he's fully changed now. The only thing we can do is end his suffering.
And so will you! Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore, wait.
Yeah, we promised.
Goodbye, Elle.
The amount of control to just still be able to do your own actions while fully turned. It is impressive. Some time later.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live of my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night, and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to...
He gave his life for his sister and her
Theo
ideals.
wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have. And to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Quest completed. Yeah, it's a beautiful quest. The things you do for family.
The Crimson Caravans is my family business now, and I would not exchange it for the world. I brought Theo here to be safe, and I have never looked back since.
And you never should. I think that's what Theo wants, that's what you want. So how can you ever make a different choice? Yeah, and like I said before, the side quests now are turning more and more substantial with every new one we get, and I love it.
You've a discerning eye.
Yeah, you do. Alright, Shall we head on to Northreach, see what we can find there? See how we can help them. Looks like we have to be at our local contact.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
I wonder what's wrong. Is someone gone missing, maybe?
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
It would be the first time we need to track someone down.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal.
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
Of course we'll try. I don't know how much it will do, but we can at least try.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
Prioritize, yes.
The fact that the soldiers trust you may well carry some weight with the Duke. He needs their support after all. I only hope that you can make him see sense before he tears the town apart.
To be honest, I hope so
I
too.
may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Does it mean a strong impression in the right way or a strong impression on the wrong way? Knowing Clive, it's probably the wrong way, isn't it? Alright, let's have a little chat.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later.
Hmm.
A citizens' revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose.
Yeah, because
those on the other side of the wall.
exactly, because if there is a little revolt, just as a precursor to the entire thing, we might be able to turn him around. Because making this a capital is not a bad idea, but doing it at the cost of the people, that part is. Because a country is nothing without its people, isn't it? Ah, he said on the other side of the wall.
As long as you remain, the Veil will see to your needs.
Does it mean that those are the people that have the least of all? And will therefore have the strongest opinion about the entire situation?
You needn't fret.
Alright. Let's see what they have to say.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
So the first person we talk to is already saying, I'll run him out if the dame says so.
The Duke might have soldiers at his beck and call, but us common folk follow the dame, and no one else.
Yeah, because the dame is of course always in favor of the people.
I got peppers to numb you.
And for some reason, the people love that.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme. The dame actually cares about this town, unlike the Duke. He's only interested in picking our pockets to line his own.
Well, I can't say she's wrong with that. Because it is definitely true. Because it's not like he's paying out of his own pocket to build the city that he wants.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
If he comes calling, the only thing I'm giving the Duke of Oriflamme's a piece of my mind. Maybe a smack in the gob.
And maybe a smack in the gob. How British can you make that? Alright. Only the soldiers to go, and then we'll know what's definitely going on. And if a revolt will have any chance of succeeding. Because if the soldiers are not with him, but the people are with the dame, if a small revolt starts, then part of the soldiers will side with the dame and be able to, well, push the Duke out. And that would be a very, very bad idea for the Duke. So I wonder. But I think I'm going to leave that for the next episode. On the next one, we'll finish up this quest by talking to all the soldiers inside of town. See where they stand with the Duke. And see if we can resolve this for the dame in the best way we can. So, until then, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. As we see this quest to its conclusion, and then see if there's any more we can do or if we can continue on visiting the infirmary for the main story. See you then. Bye bye.